Hello, friends. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great Saturday and that you are doing something that you love or got to do something that you love with the people you love and that you're getting some rest. And speaking of rest, this is kind of where I'm going today with our daily dose. Today when I was out doing PT, I hit the wall of fatigue. I'm finding that 50, it's not 20. So let me explore the idea of fatigue fighters for our daily dose. I'll try to use my old age and, for good, because I think there's some insight, some valuable insight for us and those who are kind of working through the grind, right? And it's just life will fatigue you, emotional, and on and on. So let me explore that, because physical fatigue isn't the only one in the inventory. There's all kinds, like emotional and mental fatigue. They're real, and each one of those have some unique implications, and I think they come with a sense of discomfort and maybe even disability. They conspire to ravage us, and I think, all told, physical, emotional, mental fatigue, maybe spiritual fatigue, I think they can ravage our soul. And this may even be sometimes the case of these acute mental illnesses or psychosis, where life just grinds a person down and they reach a terminal level of fatigue, and too much, too long, always ends bad. So let me just unpack a few fatigue fighters that may help us, and let me appeal to endurance athletes for some insight. I'm not an endurance athlete, but I have learned a couple of things from them. So let me borrow a couple of their ideas. The first idea is to keep going, but slow your pace and connect to your breathing and your heart rate. And obviously breathing, heart rate is important, but there is some science to this. What it does is it brings the body back to homeostasis, and then the body's able to unlock other reserves, energy reserves, and then you can keep going. You break through the fatigue. And I think by analogy, when you recognize fatigue beginning to set in, slow down and refocus on the things that give you life and give you strength. Focus on your spiritual life, focus on your loved ones. At the moment, it's not about getting everything done. It has to be about slowing down and reconnecting for more energy and drawing strength from other things. The second is to take an alternate route and go through the water in the aid point. In these ultrathons and things, there's always these aid points. And I know competitive racers don't like this because it adds distance and time to their race, but they do recognize when it's necessary. Blisters, dehydration, overheating, hypothermia, they got to be dealt with. Nobody's tough enough to beat them forever. And by analogy, we need people in our lives to cool us down or heat us up. We need Band-Aids for our emotional injuries. We've got to address things that are slowing us down or that are fatiguing us. We need to set things right when life has pushed us out of sorts. And those injuries are causing fatigue that has long-term implications. And then lastly, fatigue, I think this is super, super critical. The last fatigue fighter is to get somewhere safe and call for help. So these racers, sometimes they're way out, way out. But they all do have trackers and they all have kind of emergency beacons. And they realize, man, I am not going to make it. They recognize that, man, something is bad. I've got to get help. And I don't think they ever want to do this, right? They're competitive, but they do recognize, live to fight another day, live to race another day. And I think that's where we're at. By analogy, nobody wants to acknowledge their weakness or failure points. We don't want that. We don't want to be honest and be open and bare with that. Nobody enjoys the process of admitting, I've lost my way, I've run out of gas, I can't go on without help. That's tough. It really is tough. It's important to keep in mind during those times that bowing out of this race means getting help for the opportunity to race again when you're in a better place. Discomfort is transient. It's temporary. That's just a beautiful part of life, right? Everything changes, the seasons change. And so you can rebound, you can heal, you can get better. uh, and bowing out of this race is better than being out of the race indefinitely. So those are the 3 hacks, right? Is really doing some things when you feel fatigue and when you feel like, man, I'm just worn slick. There's some things. Slow down, reconnect with the things that give you life. Go a different route and find some people to help you. Get some Band-Aids, get some water, do some things that refresh your soul, clear your mind, bandage up your wounds and your injuries. And lastly, recognize if you're in trouble. And if you're in trouble, get somewhere safe and stop. Get somewhere safe and stop and call somebody for help. Get on the phone a friend, and let them comfort you and help you out of that bad spot. Otherwise, hey, have a great day, okay? Have a great day. Have a good weekend. The Lord be with you, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.